States of matter. I think it was in grade 7 or 8 when you probably learned about this. Anything that occupies space and has mass is matter. But grade 11 note has to be a little complicated than the things that we learned that time. So, till now, when we were studying about various properties, especially in the chapter about the periodic table, we had specifically said, okay, this atom, it has a particular atomic radius, it has a particular ionization enthalpy, it has a particular electronegativity. So, we only said it all these properties with respect to a particular atom. But in real life, if you take a glass of water or even a spoon of water, you don't just have one molecule of water. Or if you take the atmosphere around us and you manage to trap in like some amount of it, you don't just have one atom of an inert gas. So generally, atoms or molecules, all of these are not present individually and their properties vary when they are in a group. To make things clearer, boiling. We know when we heat a liquid, let's for example take water, when we heat it, basically the liquid evaporates, the water evaporates to water vapor, and this whole process is called as boiling. But when we don't talk about the concept of boiling with respect to just one molecule of water, we are not talking about just one molecule, but we're talking about a group of molecules of water. Similarly, even like the wetting property of water, all of this is with respect to a set of molecules. So water as such can exist in three states. It can exist as ice, it can exist as water as such, and it can exist as water vapor. Now all of these are different in terms of their physical properties. Okay, ice is a solid, water is a liquid, water vapor on the other hand is a gas. But no matter what, ice, water and water vapor, all of them have the same chemical formula, that is H2O. Physically they have a different state, but chemically they have the same formula. So in this chapter we will be discussing about the various states of matter, the intermolecular forces at play in between, various particles, and we'll also be talking about the various energies that makes ice and water and water vapor it. We'll also be talking about gaseous state and all the gas laws, the kinetic molecular theory of matter, and in the end we'll be talking a little bit about liquids. But before we start learning about the intermolecular forces of attraction, let's just recap on what we had learned about the three states of matter, that is solids, liquids and gases. So solids, these are the three states. So solids can convert to liquids, liquids back to solids, gases can convert to liquids, liquids can convert to gases, and similarly gas can convert to solid. Similarly, solid can directly get converted to gas. This is called as sublimation, and gas to solid is called deposition. Solids to liquids is called melting. Liquids to solids is called freezing. Gas to liquid is condensation, whereas liquid to gas can be either evaporation or boiling. So evaporation takes place in room temperature. For example, we washed clothes, or floor somehow got wet, and then we just basically mop the floor up. We don't sit and heat the water on the floor. Instead, we let it evaporate. So liquids to gases is either evaporation, or it can be boiling. Boiling is when we heat it to its boiling point. Now, we've learned all these concepts I mean, like at this point, I'm pretty sure you know all of these thoroughly. You know how properties of solids, liquids, and gases are different. Solids, the particles are closely packed, liquids are farther apart, gases are extremely far apart. But I mean, have you ever questioned about why do solids convert to liquids when, why does it melt in the first place? Or like, how does liquid get converted to solid just by decreasing in temperature? So, what are the various, changes that take place that make sure that the physical state of a liquid changes to a solid? So we know that there is a decrease in temperature. I agree. But like what happens over there? And more about that is what we'll be learning in this chapter. In the next video, we will be discussing about the various intermolecular forces. Do check it out.